I hope that you all are doing very, very well. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. My name is Gabriella. For anybody new tuning in, I channel as well as interpret the tarot cards. So we are starting off with the King of Pentacles. For the most part, I see the King of Pentacles be connected with our jobs, the ways that we make money, the things that we are responsible for within the 3D, the things that we tend to, the things that we manage, why we do what we do. I'm hearing an intrinsic connection with our path. I'm seeing something that you feel very called to be doing. What it is that you are doing in the 3D, purpose related, job related. I'm hearing, what are you doing here? Visions that you are connected with, hopes, dreams. What is the dream path? What is the dream career? What is the dream role? What is your intuition telling you? This feels like a piggyback to the last reading. It feels very much connected with intuitively what you feel your purpose is. And even in a stepping stone type of way, like, what are you drawn towards? What is calling to you? What do you dream about doing? If you could do anything, what would that be? What do you feel most touched by? If you see another person doing something and you look at that and you're like, that is so inspiring to me, or you have like a vision or a dream of something and you're like, I feel like that is such an inspired vision to me of what I could be doing. That's what I want to do. What is that for you? I'm seeing there be a focus on, can be meditation, big focus on healing, focus on the collective with Aquarius here. I'm hearing the golden age. I'm seeing, with the Aquarian card, with the star, I'm seeing there be this hub, and I'm seeing these little energies, I'm seeing these energies be connected to it, coming from this. You see this? I'm seeing this be like a main energy source, and I'm seeing there be these other energies around it that are connected yet seemingly separate. So this may be you connecting even like career-wise with a group of people that may be doing something that is, it all comes from the same place, but you may be in like different locations or different areas. It even feels like birds that hatched all in the same nest that were dispersed. I'm also hearing interspersed in different places. However, they are all connected, especially with that main source of energy. I'm hearing, so it's not just you. This may be something that is, I'm hearing, coming to be known. I'm hearing you want to take your time with this. I'm seeing there be some sort of tension in connection with this. Something that needed to be wrestled with or figured out. It seems like it wasn't straightforward. But we're getting there. Seems like it was a tug of war as well to find what you were connecting with. Something that took a bit of a process. There were other things that you may have been prioritizing that were not energetically what you were connecting with. For example, you may know that something would bring you a lot of joy and happiness to be doing, and then in another way you could have been like, well, that's not going to be enough money for me, something like that, where like your satisfaction or your fulfillment was not being prioritized. And I'm seeing that be definitely like a battle, that definitely being a barrier for you, because there's this sense here of you knowing, hey, I feel so connected by this, I feel motivated by it, I feel passionately about it, I want to pursue this thing. And it may have also even been something that you were working on the sideline. And this doesn't have to be one main thing, it can be many different things. But there could have been other things that you were doing that you were prioritizing over the 10 of Cups for you, over emotional satisfaction, over things being how you wanted them to be, over dreams that you had. And so you may have abandoned those dreams. But not felt good about doing it. I'm seeing it be a situation unfolding in this way. You know what calls to you, you know what speaks to you. If you are fighting off your own happiness, your own joy, the things that bring illumination and peace to you, if you abandon those things, if you abandon the 10 of Cups for yourself, which is truly when you feel like in a space of like flow state and nirvana with what it is that you're participating in, when you walk away from that, when you abandon that, you walk into a space where, because you're walking away from the 10 of Cups, you're walking towards the 9 of Swords. You're walking into a space where you could have been feeling like anxiety, depression, things within you that are telling you something's not right here. There's a disconnect. And that's the thing as well, when we're experiencing regularly symptoms that don't feel good, it is meant to be getting ringing in my ear. If you look up 835, angel number 835, it will give you more insight as to what this is referring to. When you are experiencing things regularly where you feel like uncomfortable, like something isn't right, like something is missing, like not all is well, where you feel like a lack of internal peace, a lack of joy, a lack of contentment, things like that, a lack of motivation. It can wear like many different outfits, the way that we experience it. When you are feeling those things, it is you energetically telling you, this is your astral body saying, hey, something is going on here, and I'm telling you that there's something to pay attention to, there's something to listen to, because a change is needed, a change is necessary. So the first step of this is recognizing how it is that you are feeling. Because when we're in alignment, we don't want to change what's going on for us because we like the place that we're in. If we are feeling something that does not feel comfortable to us, it is because a change is needed. An adjustment is needed. And sometimes it's something small, sometimes it's something bigger. But the more we deny ourselves, whatever the 10 of Cups is for you, the more we deny ourselves that happiness, our pursuit of happiness ultimately at the end of the day, the more we are pursuing the opposite of that. The law of attraction. Whatever you push away, you pull the opposite in equal force towards you. And vice versa. So if you're walking away from a dream, if you're walking away from your pursuit of happiness, you're pulling in the opposite and equal force of that for you. And for some of you, this was a karmic test in the past that you went through. This isn't something you're still doing. I'm hearing, but we have to get everybody all caught up. So here we are. This may be a review for some of you. Doesn't just have to be with career, can be with relationships too. Partnerships. Connecting with what you're attracted to. Needing to make a choice about what it is that you want to be associated with, what it is that you want to involve yourself with, especially in matters of the heart. Are you in a situation? Are you in a partnership? Is there somebody? Is there something? Are there dynamics that you are finding yourself within where there is a lack of reciprocity and you are aware of this? Is there a lack of equality? Is there a you showing up at 100% and this other thing showing up at 40%? And is that something that feels good to us? Is it something that a change is necessary? Because you may even recognize I'm holding on to this thing that I don't feel like is showing up for me or holding on to me in that way. So why am I doing that? Fighting for something that doesn't want to be fought for. Holding on to it. I'm hearing loosen your grip. And this can be a person, it can be a job, anything that you are pairing yourself up with, and a choice that needs to be made when it comes to equality, reciprocity. Because something about like your expectations look and feel very different than what had been playing out, what has been playing out. And there's a moment here of looking more deeply within this and understanding if I'm respecting myself and if I'm showing up for myself and if I am truly honoring my value and acting as if I recognize that, I would not be putting myself in a precarious position like this that I had been participating in with whatever this is that you had been participating in. Because you know that when you value yourself and when you show up for yourself and when you make those efforts, this is not something that's in alignment with you. And so that recognition here is being acknowledged. And that's what's been keeping you at bay as well from feeling satisfied within this, because there's the sense of being undervalued and actively participating within something where whatever this is that you're receiving, it's absolutely not enough. Not enough to allow you to feel truly seen and held within that space. I'm hearing, and that is the predicament. I'm hearing playing off of one another. I'm hearing hairline fracture. So how do we go about taking action? What plan needs to be made so we feel like we are like reestablishing a sense of balance that has become untethered? Like, where is our responsibility when it comes to the exchanges that we have? What can we plan to do? How can we plan to take action so we're not sitting within situations that we recognize aren't for us any longer? For some of you, this is going to be a really tough choice because I'm seeing there be a lot of fear connected with potentially leaving a situation. It's a moment where even though you may know, like, hey, this isn't what I feel connected with, I don't feel very satisfied here, I know that, like, I could be feeling more because I know what that's like when I have that, and I recognize this situation isn't that for me. It seems like there's a lot of fear connected with, like, if I leave, what am I stepping into? Like, what if it's even worse than the position that I'm in right now? And so if we go into the basis for how we are, what we're asking ourselves, how we're coming up with the questions as we, like, interrogate ourselves through this process, are we using logic that feels empowering to ourselves? Does it feel encouraging to you? Or is it fear-based? Because if it's fear-based, it's coming from an ego space, it's coming from a shadow space, so it's something to keep in mind. What kind of morale are you showing to yourself? I'm seeing you get clarity on a plan that you're making and also how you want to take action. It seems like this is also, in general, a recognition of what's been happening mentally, energetically throughout a process. Seems like this is also a space where you're going to be granted the opportunity through insight to change something that would benefit you, that will benefit you. Understanding, recognizing what this Nine of Swords has been. The Nine of Swords speaks about the things that worry us, but more than anything, it seems like this is connected with recognizing that you may have been stopping yourself because of feeling fear. Because I'm seeing, like, energetically you be on track with yourself here. It's just about getting your actions to align with that, making decisions aligning with that for yourself. Having the faith as well that if you are receiving guidance, internal guidance, intuition, messages that you receive, and you are following through with that, the universe is going to support the changes that you make. So this is also about surrendering. Because there comes a time where you are going to feel so weighed down by all of the fear, all the things that can go wrong, all of the anxiety, all of the worst case scenarios, all of that stuff, the lack of trust, that it's going to put you in a spot where you feel like you can't move and you can't change. So by just, like, yes, I feel that, and surrendering all of that up, it's going to change things. It takes the weight off of you. I'm hearing by entrusting that to your guides. So it is surrendering, loosening your grip. Making room for abundance within your life. 1909 on the time. Which I'm seeing is what you've been working towards as well. I'm hearing a not for the first time. Whatever this is, I'm hearing causal. Whatever this is that needed to be finished, it looks like you have finally gotten to the point where you are ready to take action, ready to do this. And it seems like just you getting to this place where you were like, I know that this needs to end. I know that this can't continue anymore. I'm in a space where I'm recognizing what is no longer benefiting me anymore, whether it be a dynamic, whether it be a mind frame that you were in, whether it be a thought process, something that you were doing that had been inhibiting you in some way, what you had been involved in, a way you had been doing something or not doing something. Whatever this was for you, I'm seeing the triumph be in you recognizing what this is that needs to come to an end. So the recognition being very important here. Because once you fully confront this, is what I'm hearing, once there is this obvious, clear recognition, I'm not saying you have a problem actually doing this. It seems like this was just getting you to the point of being like, I can put my finger on this. I know what it is now for me. I know where there's a lack of unity. I know where there's a lack of harmony and what I need to do to reinstate that for myself. And this is just another obstacle that you are traversing. I'm seeing you be very, very guided. I'm hearing spirit-led. Very, very guided, protected. I'm hearing without a question, not a question. Okay, so this thing, these things, whatever is going on that's ending for you, the Ten of Swords represents stuff in our life that is going on that is detrimental to us in some sort of way, that's not meant to continue, that needs to end, that we need to remove ourselves from. It's the things that we can... I shy away from using the term toxic, but in context, it's something that you don't feel is empowering you, helping you to grow, allowing you to evolve, develop, stuff like that. So what is that needs to be worked on, that needs to come to an end, that is not benefiting us? And us using our discernment. The Queen of Swords is about being in a space where we are open to commentary, where we are receiving everything. And the function of the Queen of Swords is to be filtering out what's relevant and what's not, especially when it comes to choices that you're making. Prioritizing, putting that filter system on for you, using your discernment more than anything to create this harmony that you want within your life, and making choices in alignment with that harmony that you want to create. Even when it feels tough to do. I'm hearing because you know it's for the greater good. We are going to go over all the signs when we're finished. What it looks like to me is that the only thing that is going to inhibit you from taking a leap of faith and going through with this is your shadow here that's going to tell you scary stories. Because I'm seeing this be a really big vice is what I'm hearing. I'm seeing the Seven of Swords be connected with the Nine of Swords, and this is all about like overthinking, catastrophizing, looking at the most like dreadful end point and thinking that things are going to go in that direction. It is going to feel, when you hear it is going to feel like the opposite of an empowering voice, the opposite of a comforting voice, and something to be mindful of. So I'm seeing this be like the self-sabotage here. So this is about, and this can also come from other people too, people that instill fear. They may be well-meaning, well-intended, but well-intended bad advice. So it's something that you want to keep yourself mindful of. Energetically, when it comes to what you're ingesting, what you're consuming, conversations that you have, advice that you're listening to, during and after, can also be before as well, because we start picking up energy before we go into a situation. before, during, after, you have certain conversations, certain exchanges of energy, right? Whether you're watching a video, having a conversation with somebody, whatever this is that you're consuming energetically, ask yourself, do I feel encouraged? Do I feel empowered? Do I feel encouraged to make independent choices? Does this allow me to feel like things are going to be okay? Do I feel safe? Do I feel grounded? Do I feel stable? Does that bring me into my center where I feel calm? Or do I feel fearful? Do I feel like I can't move on? Am I worried about what this is going to be happening over here and doing over there? Do I feel stuck within this situation? Do I feel helpless? Do I feel separate? Do I feel a lack of support? Do I feel like I'm not good enough? Stuff like that. So ask yourself, when you are even interacting with your thoughts that you're having, ask yourself how you are feeling about it. Are we feeling empowered? Or are we feeling disempowered? Are we feeling encouraged? Or are we feeling discouraged, disenchanted? And that is going to be able to tell you, filter out the vibration of the guidance that you are receiving. Because if it comes from a place of fear, it's just a low vibration. Fear, paranoia, separateness, discouragement, stuff like that. Again, even if somebody is well-meaning, it's something to pay attention to. And it's going to help you, it's going to help encourage you by picking out the vibration that you want to be making your decisions, riding along with. Okay, so I'm looking at Aquarius, Gemini, Cancer, Uranus. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for joining. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.